It was a tragic situation in South Africa when some Nigerians were killed. Bystanders at newsstands on Flip TV. Today's edition of Bystanders at newsstands, the Daily Sun newspaper and the New Telegraph newspaper dishing out information both home and abroad. Okay, as 3 Nigerians are killed, shops burned. Federal government talks tough over mob attacks in South Africa. As 3 Nigerians are killed, shops burned. Federal government talks tough over mob attacks in South Africa. Enough is enough, says Foreign Affairs Minister Onyema. Enough is enough, says Foreign Affairs Minister Onyema. Okay, let's move to another story here. Supreme Court strikes out perjury suit against Buhari. Supreme Court strikes out perjury suit against Muhammadu Buhari. $9.6 billion. Federal government reopens talks with P&ID. Oshibajo, Malami, Ahmed, Magu, others meet. Okay, on to the next one, which is on top of the newspaper. 6 fear dead and struck. 3 vehicles collide in Anambra. 6 feared dead are struck. 3 vehicles collide in Anambra. And let's move down to the New Telegraph newspaper. All right. 2023, Oshomole El-Rufai's presidential campaign posters flood Lagos. 2023, Oshomole El-Rufai's presidential campaign posters flood Lagos State. Supreme Court strikes out perjury suit against Buhari. We've read that on the front page of the Daily Sun newspaper. Okay, North, Southeast leaders disagree on zoning. North, Southeast leaders disagree on zoning. That's on 2023 presidency. North, Southeast leaders disagree on zoning. But Larabe, there will be crisis if North holds on to power. There will be crisis if North holds on to power. Yakasai threats can't give Southeast power. Amechi will fight. Ohaneze, prelate, Igbo presidency will cement Nigeria's unity. All right, down the newspaper, police arrest 4,904 kidnap, murder, robbery suspects. IGP Southwest governors approve deployment of special forces. Okay, so the last story we have here, xenophobia. Xenophobia, Nigeria molds strong measures against South Africa. Nigeria molds strong measures against South Africa. These are the stories we have on the front pages of New Telegraph newspaper and also Daily Sun newspaper. Let's join our reviewers for more reviews. I'll be right back.
Xenophobic attack, brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters, same race, black, against other black races. That is the meaning of xenophobia. It is quite surprising that in Nigeria here, you have a lot of facilities in places from Southern Africa. Let me name them, just 2. I don't want to elaborate it. MTN we are using is from Southern Africa. The DSTV is from Southern Africa. Even ShopRite and other legal entities in Nigeria owned by South Africans. I want to tell you, you see the news over there, many auto shops, car lots, supermarkets, superstores owned by Nigerians set ablaze by these idiots. But I want you to go down to history before 1989. During Babangida regime, Nigerians fought so tenaciously to see that South Africans get their freedom from their colonial masters. Sonny Okoth, blessed memory, he sang his way all towards freedom for these idiots. We Nigerians were too complacent. South Africans are killing our brothers in Southern Africa, destroying our properties, killing and maiming, and the federal government, the so-called federal government of Nigeria, has not done anything about it. Man, it's so sad. It's a sad situation. I tell you, South Africa, if Nigerian youth starts here, you will never ever control it. But we are so docile and complacent. Man, it's so bitter this morning. I'm very struck with sadness. This morning, very, very painful. Very, very painful.
What would we say is the actual problem that is going on over there?
What is going on over there is that Nigerians living in South Africa, they are hardworking. They work even harder than the Nigerians living here. But what about the locals? What about the South African citizens? Because they receive social securities, they pay them every month. That is what is bringing their morals down. They don't work hard, they are weak, feeble, they are lazy. These people, they are not like Nigerians. So you find out that most of the jobs are being done by Nigerians. They work hard in the industry, manufacturing industries. They work hard on the streets. They have various businesses in South Africa from where they earn their money. While these locals, because they are being paid, they receive payment from the government, they are lazy. That's why they are very jealous of our citizens over there. I tell you, xenophobia, if you could ask me, let me tell you, it is supposed to take place here. But federal government of Nigeria is weak, is myopic, is selfish. They are very, very selfish. They don't have feeling for us. They don't think about us. I mean about our well-being. They don't have it in their own plan. They have nothing about, catering for Nigerian citizens within here, let alone outside. I tell you, our politicians are very stupid. Look at South Africa looting and killing Nigerians. It's so sad and painful.
Yes. Very, very painful. And let's quickly move down to what we have on the front page of New Telegraph newspaper, which is 2023 issue. Oshomole El-Rufai's presidential campaign posters flood Lagos State.
2023.
Honestly, we are still in 2019, and some persons are talking about 2023. So many things have not been done. So many things have not been put in place. But here are some persons talking about 2023. Bringing out the posters of Oshomole as a presidential candidate on the platform of the All Progressive Congress, and also El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, as his vice. Don't you think this is absurd?
Very, very absurd. Very, very hilarious. It's not only absurd, but very, very amusing. Let me tell you the point. Let me make my point here. Oshomole, Adam Oshomole, campaigning, aspiring to rule Nigeria, to be a president in Nigeria. I think this is the highest irony of the season, that a monkey is aspiring to rule, to be a president in this country. Man, another irony again from Adam Oshomole and his camp. I tell you, this is just as a result of greed and over ambition. Adam Oshomole, if you look at him in the recent time, you find out that the man is over ambitious. So exactly this is what he has been fighting for. This is what makes Adam Oshomole forgot his past. A labor leader, someone that is supposed to be fighting for the common man, has all of a sudden turned a tiger, a politician. Adam Oshomole aspiring to rule Nigeria. Well, anyway, that is for him and his camp.
Though he has not declared it, he has not said it, but
Yes,
we only saw.
yes. Let me just make my point. I want to hint here that in any rumor there is a molecule, iota of truth. Yes, Adam Oshomole is nursing presidential ambition.
How are you talking about Adam Oshomole? What of El-Rufai?
El-Rufai, we know. El-Rufai is among the cabals. El-Rufai is among the people that are ruling Nigeria. El-Rufai himself is a Fulani man. El-Rufai himself walked Buhari's way to the presidency.
And it seems they are very close this time around.
Very, very close. El-Rufai is the one ruling Nigeria, coupled with others like Kerry and the rest. So if El-Rufai is doing whatever he's doing now, he's free because Mr. President loves him. He's doing the job for him.
Even sometimes ago, we saw the billboard of Tinubu, the Ashwaju of the whole, I call it the Ashwaju of the whole universe or Lagos. We saw his billboard somewhere in Ikeja.
For presidency?
Yeah, 2023 also, though he has not made any statement on that. Even Oshomole didn't respond to what he saw.
Yeah, if people are anticipating that Buhari is going to vie for presidency comes 2023, yes, I don't see him as someone that will succeed. But all I know is that he aspires Tinubu aspires to rule, to at least to work his way, to scheme his way towards that highest office. Yes, he's eyeing it. I tell you, it's no rumor, and I'm not surprised.
The first question you ask yourself is, when you say Nigerians are being killed in South Africa and the government is not doing anything, what about Nigerians that are being killed in Nigeria? Is the government doing anything? So it means that if Nigerians can be killed in their own country and the government is doing nothing, if you are being killed outside, it's none of the business of the country, of the government. So nowhere Nigerians are not protected. So we shouldn't feel that we are secured. Because if a government at this point in time will see that herdsmen, Boko Haram, name them, are killing Nigerians, and then you are not talking, you not expect them to talk about Nigerians that are being killed in South Africa. They are not going to talk. They are not going to say anything. So it's also unfortunate that we ran ourselves into where we are today. Because if I always tell people, you don't need to complain any longer. All you just need to do is, the same way you brought them in, go to your bed and lie down. Any day they leave, you celebrate. Because we were food. In as much as I did not vote the government, but I was part of the election that brought them in, so I voted them. If I vote for or I vote against, whoever wins, I am part of it because I'm part of the success of the election. So I have the right to. But the point is, we brought ourselves into this mess in the name of 1 naira change. And now when you have gotten your 1 naira change, the next thing is next level. What is the next level? The next level is what they are giving you, that your life means nothing. So if you die in Nigeria, Sarah. You die in South Africa, Sarah. The president will continue to travel. You heard him in Japan. Did you hear him talking anything about South Africa? Not to talk of even. So anybody asking me what is the government going to do about Nigerians dying in South Africa is just wasting his time. When I will believe that the Nigerian government will do anything about people dying in South Africa is when I begin to see them do something about people dying in Nigeria here. That is when I will not believe. You see, like I told you, see, an American citizen cannot die in another man's country. An American will go to sleep. But in Nigeria, a Nigerian will die, and they will tell you he's a nobody. Nobody would answer you. Nobody will talk about anything. Look at the millions of Nigerians that were killed. The national flag did not even go down for 1 second. All the deaths that have been happening in Nigeria, the national flag is supposed to go down to tell Nigerians that the government is bereaved over the death. But because nobody, that's why they tell. If the president's son dies today, the national flag will come down. So what are we talking about? Those are the things we need to understand. Give me one policy this government has brought out to tell you that they mean well about you. It is only the man that is part of them that will have a preferential treatment. But the man that is against them will never have a preferential. Why is Sowore in the prison today? Why is Sowore there? You see, when you see a government that meant no well for you, when you speak, they will use the arm of government to hold you. And if you die in jail, they are happy because they know to them you have no value. It is when they will appreciate you again is in the next 4 years. These same people that is behind him will now come and tell you, we will do heaven and earth, we will do that, and that, and that, and that. Today, Buhari cried. He said he was crying for Nigerians. Today, is he still crying? Today, is Tinubu still crying? Today, is Saraki still crying? Today, does Jonathan not have sandals? Is Jonathan shoe open again? So, what are we talking about? Yesterday, I think we cried. Today, is he still crying? So, both the APC and the PDP, they are all fooling Nigerians. And it is high time I advise Nigerians to shun them and forget their empty promises. Because I knew how much of promise this government, even this present government, gave to Nigerians. That if they come in, this and that and that and that will happen. Where is it today? Where is it today? You brought the same. Akwabio, was it not in PDP that squanders Nigerian money? But today Akwabio is a minister. Audu Ogbe was not in PDP. Today Audu Ogbe is in APC and is a minister. Obanikodo was under EFCC watch. Today is in APC, is no longer in EFCC watch. So what are we talking about? If we continue to name, they are numerous. We cannot mention. If we want to see, if you say your eye should be your eye, your teeth should be your teeth, and not dancing around. J. Rawlings was able to sanitize Ghana because he was a man of his word. That was why, and he stick to his word, and he was able to liberate Ghana. Mandela, that everybody celebrates today, Mandela of Africa. Mandela was in prison for how many years? And when he came out, he brought South Africa to where they had to be. Not a president not a man that would look for position for years, and at the end of the day he gets to that position, he does nothing. All they could do is get fact. You see how Buhari was when he came into power? But today he's looking so fresh. If you go and look at Donald Trump of US, you will see that there's a big difference. Go and look at when Donald Trump assumed office in US and take a look at him today. You see that the man has gone down. Those are people who are working, and you see tip-top people working. You saw the way he was able to manage the American economy, and today everybody is talking about great about him. What great can we talk about the Buhari? Give me one case that EFCC has executed. There is no one. You keep saying today, they keep tossing us around, and you tell us that you're fighting corruption. Fighting whose corruption? So please, my brother, if I continue to pour my anger, I will not stop.
Next one we hear today again is what? Attack on Nigeria city and burn their shop and do everything. But I did not blame them, because when they will say mad people cannot make a right, two wrong people cannot make a right. But when the time comes, when somebody is doing wrong and you tell him, you have to show him that everybody have head to mad also. Everybody brain can touch anytime. So we, South Africa, have investment in this country. If only the youth, if nobody say that our youth now, they turn them to smoking and drinking. Smoking, drinking, thief, do agbolo, owoda for road. That is what only what they are after now. If they can come back to fight and pursue, okay now, you say let Nigeria not live for your country again. We also in Nigeria, we don't want South Africa investment again. We will chop our own. Let the South Africa go back to their country also. All their investment in this country, we burn them down, because that is how they do to Nigeria. But the problem, the president himself, there is no Hausa man in South Africa. All these things that are happening, there is no Hausa person there. Let me tell you the truth. If there is Hausa man in that place, they will find solution to it. If you look at many of them that are there, is Igbo and Yorubas are not many. Most of them are Igbos. Are Igbo and Edo. To leave all this way they talk. Yorubas are not many. So if Hausa people live in South Africa, the government of this time will find solution to it. And they hear that maybe they kill some Hausa people, they will find solution to it. That is why they are do. That's why I tell you that the government will have is bias, and you don't know the left and right. They are just there. Only what they are after is what? To sit down in that place, to sit down in that place to occupy space. They don't know what to do. The Nigeria is not moving forward. Nothing is moving forward. That is one thing with them. If they say they are fighting for citizens, for this matter, they will find solution to it. They close down. See, they can send DSS to go and close the fallen Nigerian citizens. they will go and lock his house, arrest the citizen, but they cannot send DSS and EFCC to go and see the company of South Africa that are killing our people. But they cannot do it. But they can send DSS to oppress their fellow Nigerians. Then what do you think that the government have? They have no good they have no good thought for the country. Anything they like, let them do. I always tell them, they have no good thought for the country. They are just after their pocket. If they like, let everybody die. You know, concern them. If it Hausa man is among those people that are killing in South Africa, the government of nowadays will find solution because they are so biased. They work in one tribe. If anybody you ask, they will tell you they work in one tribe. The South Africa you see is Yoruba and Igbo and Edo, all those ones. Hausa are not there. Go and find out. They will tell you. So there are nothing nobody can tell me.
But it seems the government, the federal government is talking tough on this issue because the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
This matter did not start today. Is it matter of today? Since when? What are you telling me? Since when the South Africa started killing Nigeria? Not today. That is even last 2 years. Last 2 years it started from little. They talk. Nobody talk. Until last year it was. They thought the government did not do anything about it because nothing concerned them. That just after her they will get what they want in the country. And after when something comes, they will divide the heart of the people to another stupid something. You understand? They will divide the heart of the people. That is why I do not blame the government. I do not blame the South Africa, but I blame the people, the masses, because I love Arab youth. I always said it. If it is Arab youth, there's something that happen, they will take it upon themselves. That this thing will not want you to stand again. Except because only one thing we have now, if you go outside now, many of our youth we have now, only what they know is to smoke, drink, and do agbolo everywhere. Now that is the only handwork they know. So if they can fight for themselves, the thing will be better. Chase all of them that have everything. They have DSTV in South Africa. They are making use of. You cannot buy DSTV, you can't recharge it. DSTV, you know how much they recharge DSTV? You know how much? NTN is the worst network we have because you cannot use MTN data. If you buy 1,000 data, it will not reach you anything but Etisalat and Glow more than them. And they are one that they are them, yes, all of them are South Africa. So they use our brain to do something here, but we cannot take any action against them. But then they are killing our people. So it's time for the youth to rise up. If they don't rise up, they go see die. One day they go see enter here, kill all of them for here.
You know what? This government, you know, since we have been having government, I will tell you the truth. I'm not even speaking on this something now. Since we've been having government, you know the period of Jonathan. When they captured this, there is one of our Igbo guy there. You remember that they were begging. Nigerians were crying. We were begging him that time to collect that guy. What, did he do anything? Don't they kill that guy? No. Answer that question, please, my brother. Don't they kill that guy? They kill him in South Africa there. And the many things about this Boko Haram, what action has it been taken during this period? You know, just tell me the something. He has never done anything. So you will see, this our government. We believe, me personally, I believe all the governments are worst in Nigeria. We don't have government. We don't have government at all. And this...
It's not a matter of Buhari, Jonathan or anything. They are all the same, right?
I'm telling you, even Obasanjo, people are protesting. It's a lie. It's a lie. Look at the period of Buhari. How many times he has been collecting people from South Africa? Don't be sincere to one another. You remember last time? Did he go to bring them? When Abika Dabiri was the honorable then. You know they brought some people. But most of them, I'm telling you, if Buhari has a simple mistake now, it has been a mistake. He has been the first person to go to send to South Africa and bring our people and talk to the government, if you could remember. You didn't remember? If you could remember, during that period, it was only him that the first person that withdrew our people from South Africa to Nigeria. Let us zoom in. That time, you remember this lady that they pack her kidney and sell it for a big man in America. This Igbo lady and in Italy. You remember the lady? Well, is it not Buhari that sent somebody to go, Abika Dabiri and Co to go there, and sent some senators to go? The governments are all the same. My brother, I cannot predict, I cannot say somebody is better than one. You understand? About this South Africa issue, killing of our people is bad. And they've been saying it, our people doesn't hear. These people, when they grab you, nothing more than death, they will kill you. That one is a different thing. That one that they are chasing our people, that's what is baffling me. They are here in Nigeria. We have not been chasing anybody out of the state, out of the country. I think these ones, they are chasing them out. Are they chasing them? It's currently fighting. Okay. This fighting issue in South Africa, well, it lies between the president of South Africa and our president in Nigeria. It lies in their hand. We know what that president needs. You know, is the old president still there in South Africa. You know that man is very wicked. That man is a wicked man. When you talk to him, he act like a Babangida. He's a chameleon. He's a chameleon, a Maradona man in South Africa. Look at our people killing them as goats. Because they have the power, they have many access to do anything. Nobody can challenge them. If their president challenging, it will not worse the way it was. But that guy, I can never forgive Jonathan for that guy. I'm telling you this thing. It pains me. That Igbo guy they killed in South Africa that time. I can never forgive Jonathan. The advice for me to tell to government, because that time we were crying, Nigerians were crying. They were sending message for Jonathan to help us and bring that guy to Nigeria. But Jonathan didn't say anything. They killed the guy. They killed the poor guy. I think that boy is the only child the mother has that time. The Igbo guy. They killed him. Okay, imagine this Boko Haram issue. I'm in Abuja. How many years? I just came because I'm sick. How many years? He has never asked anything on Boko Haram. He has never sent anything because his friend was the one who invited them and used them. He's a senator. He's a senator who used this Boko Haram for them to go. They cannot go because he paid them what is money. He paid them money. You imagine how many things happen to us in Nigeria. Our government are bad. All the government, no anyone I've seen that is making me a favorite. They are bad. But there are some issues you will pick points. Like the way I'm telling you, that other Igbo guy, anytime I remember that guy, I'm always sad. They cried to Jonathan, they did a lot. He didn't even action until they killed that guy in South Africa.
What's your own advice to the present government?
My advice to the present president. I'm advising General Muhammadu Buhari, our president, to please take an action, to act as a president. We choose him to be our president for now, and we want him to act. These people they are killing, they have mothers, they have fathers. The way he has, and we know he doesn't have them again, but it's a woman that gave birth to him. So we are appealing to him. He should help us. Help us very well, beg about this thing. You know, there was a time he sent some people to nationalize, to agree with the president in South Africa. You remember? But the man turned him down. But they should do what they know they've been doing from the beginning. They should do it.
First and foremost, the South Africa EU, first and foremost, they have seen the witness of Nigerian country. I mean, because Nigeria as a country, they have seen that we don't have leadership. First, they saw the killing at home in Nigeria, where one group can just take arm, go to villages, raise villages, destroy anything, and this is that the government is not doing anything. So they feel that their government is weak. So if you do anything to them, nothing will happen. There won't be any quick response. See, there was a day some Nigerian youth went to one South African establishment in Nigeria and said no, they will not work today. Within 12 hours, South African government responded that no, the killing in South Africa is not done by South Africans, it's done by Nigerians. That Nigerians are fighting themselves. See, because they have a government that quickly responds. But in here, they believe that our government will not respond, they will not do anything. So what they are doing now in South Africa, I didn't believe we have a government. I said, okay, fine. We want all South African, we want to repatriate all South African businesses. We don't care what happens. We don't care whether we will lose people will lose their job, because people are losing their job over there. We don't care whether we are losing their job or anything. We want everything closed down now. And now, everybody will sit up. South African government will rise up and say, okay, no, don't let this happen. They will find a solution to it. But when your opponent, when you have a government that is weak, and there's an atrocity against your people, and nothing is done, as human beings, they continue like that. The same thing is the headsmen issue we have right here. Like now, because government is not doing enough, headsmen is thriving, killing is thriving, and so many idle hands are beginning to take arms and say okay, they are headsmen also. So the same thing in South Africa, when they see that there are so many, even if you go and investigate very well, you see that there are some other people who are involved now who may not be South Africans. But because they see that there is an avenue to loot people's wealth and all of that, and no government is responding to it, they will begin to do it. So that is why when you allow a particular problem to fester, you see that other ones begin to, and before you know it will be more than you can control. So at the moment, okay, it's the same government that can easily respond to Shore, to arrest Shore and keep him perpetually in detention. But the issue that are being raised, the government cannot respond to it. More than 30 days now, Shore is in detention for raising the issue that we need a revolution in Nigeria because of all this thing that is going on. Now they cannot respond. Now, but the killing in South Africa, does it stop? So far that you deny that something doesn't exist, does not mean that the thing will go away. A problem that we have, they are multidimensional. They cannot go away until we have a government that is very responsive and proactive. It cannot go away. The problem is there. If you like, incarcerate everybody in the country, everybody that is speaking out. Incarcerate everybody, but the problem is still there. The problem will keep festering every day because, like Jonathan said, he said, Nigerian problem is much. Because when you sit down that, okay, you are waiting for this one to go away, another one will spring up tomorrow. So we need a government that is very proactive and responsive. You don't wait until problem happen before you begin to provide solution to a problem before it happens. Okay, another thing to it is the South African problem is because we have an economy that is not taking care of its people. That's why our people prefer to go outside and you discover that when our people go out of this country, they make it. Why? Because we don't have a government that can structure the economy to favor the citizenry. You see that people go out, they make it, they will have money, because other economy, they are structured economy, and our people are hustlers. They can, anywhere they get to, they can hustle, they can do anything. We are always in the top, and when we go out of our country, but it's only when we are in our country that we don't make much, because the economy doesn't favor. They favor foreigners than it favor us. That's why in South Africa, they believe that we have taken over all their jobs. And whereas in Nigeria, there are some other foreigners that are taking over our job. So it's time for the government to rise up and to its responsibility and say, okay, no, let us restructure Nigeria to favor Nigerians. Like what Trump is doing in America, he's restructuring America to favor Americans, because their jobs are being exported to China and to other countries. So he's trying to restructure it so that it will favor the citizenry. So the same thing we have to do here. We need a government. We have not gotten one yet that can say, okay, no, we want a Nigerian that is working for Nigerians. And that's what some activists are coming out to say. Man, but you go after them, you kill them, you castrate them. Student activists, there's some student activists who are seen in detention in DSS office. More than 2, 3, 4 months. Perpetually, indefinitely. So it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. Okay, just like yesterday, a UN envoy came to Nigeria. They said, in the issue of Sasaki, they said, okay, Sasaki, you said he committed this offense. They said, okay, they should give them the proof. He said, up till today, he's waiting for the proof. There's no proof. There's no, and there's no proof for you to say, God, this is what you have done. Now you incarcerate somebody, then you are looking for proof.
All the people don't bring their own out.
You put people in jail, then you say you are looking for proof that they have committed an offense. Why can't you prove it first? Okay, this is what you have done. Then you take him to court within 24 hours. then according to the law, then the court will decide this case. But you keep somebody perpetually, then you say you are looking for evidence. Do we see? So we are still in the Abacha era. No government at the moment. No democratic government at the moment. Because the government we have is just like a tyranny, autocrat. So it doesn't even know how to follow due process. They don't know how to follow due process. They don't know how to do, how to just follow things like a civilized country. Falana said we should do things like a civilized people. Because people are looking at us.
No respect for rule of law.
No respect for rule of law. So people are looking at us. We are making shambles of the whole things here. So it's very saddening.
All right, we've heard it all from our reviewers at the newsstand on the issue of South Africans and Nigerians. South Africans, be careful. That's what I would say. Nigerians also that are there, also be careful. Michael Adekunle still remains my name, and you're watching Bystanders at Newsstand. Behind the camera, Latif Adewale. In the studio, Michael Ojo, very, very brilliant editor. Till I join you next time on the same platform, keep staying blessed and avoid trouble. Bye.